He's a really good marketer, natural.
So
Like
Arizona,
even the joy thing.
Arizona, bring that joy with you. Bring those smiles.
The joy thing is a new line from Walz as well. And it directly is about Kamala Harris laughing all the time.
That
Look at my
make the
goat.
polls
Look at my
more
goat.
accurate. Oh, yeah.
Polls were already accurate. 2020 polls were accurate. The only time polls weren't accurate is 2016.
Okay. Yes!
I actually love this man.
Hello, Arizona.
Can you turn it up? Yeah!
Okay, bro, you're yelling so much. Dial it back a little bit, please.
Wow. Well,
they're gonna say about the border. It's gonna
a few
me.
people showed up in Philadelphia the other night. And then 10,000 plus walked into a field in western Wisconsin. And then on Wednesday, the largest crowd of the campaign showed up in Detroit, Michigan.
Yes, it did.
But Arizona just couldn't leave it alone, could you?
I love how he's talking about the crowds because Trump is going to be steaming. He's so mad. It's going to make him so mad.
You know, it's not as if anybody cares about crowd sizes or anything.
See, he knows.
Wow.
Smart.
Let me begin by giving a few thanks to some people here and a few dear folks to us. First of all, I want to thank Arizona for sharing Senator Mark Kelly and Gabby Giffords with the rest of the country. Gabby was a classmate of mine in '06, and they are both national treasures. Thank you, Arizona. Also had the privilege of serving with Congressman Gallego, and I'll have to tell you, he was an amazing colleague, and I have to tell you, he's going to be an amazing senator. But we get.
I still can't believe Kamala Harris picked him. I can't believe it.
You thought she was going to pick Shapiro.
United States Senator.
Yeah.
To all the local elected officials, thank you. But the most important thank you to each and every one of you. Look, you took time out of your busy lives. You found babysitters. You took time off work. You walked for miles in. Look, I'm a Minnesotan. I'm like a damn snowman. I'm melting here. We walk on water half the year in Minnesota. It's so damn cold. But not you. You came. And you came into this space with neighbors.
You're ridiculous.
And you came here for one beautiful, simple reason. You love this democracy. I'll tell you what. Wow, wow, wow. Well, I couldn't be prouder to stand with you, and I couldn't be prouder to be on this ticket. You know what's at the end of this little journey? Kamala Harris as the next president of the United States. This is a leader who wakes up every day on the side of the American people.
Oh, yeah.
She will take on the predators. She will take on the fraudsters. She will take on the transnational gangs. And she will stand up to the corporate interest and put middle America first. And she's been effective. She's been willing to reach across the aisle no matter what, just to make sure it improves people's lives. And I'll have to tell you, I know a little something about commitment to people. Some of you heard this. I was born in a small town in Nebraska. And we talk about small towns. These are those Nebraskans that moved out here for the winter. So, but look, small town was all about community. My mom and dad, they taught us to show some care to your neighbors, show some generosity, work towards a common good, be a decent human being to your neighbors.
I like how he mixes it up a little bit, not word for word.
My dad, and some of you know him in here, you had him, a chain-smoking Korean War-era veteran, cared about his community, but 2 days after I turned 17, he took me down to join the Army National Guard. And for 24 years, I proudly wore that uniform. I'm proud of that service, but what my nation gave my dad and millions of others and me was an opportunity to use the GI Bill to get a college education. My dad was a teacher. My brothers and sisters and I. My brothers and sisters and I all became teachers. And we married teachers.
Oh.
I had the privilege of teaching high school social studies for 20 years. And you might have heard, coaching a state championship football team.
Oh, man.
Coach.
Now if the Vikings could just win.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Oh, oh God, if I wasn't voting for him before,
that works better near Green Bay.
I may vote twice if I can. I'm just kidding. That's a joke.
Look, it was my students.
Can't do that.
It was my students
It's illegal
who
and
encouraged
impossible.
me to run.
Okay.
They saw in me what I hope to instill in them, a commitment to a common good. The belief, the true belief that one person, one of us in here can make a difference in somebody's life.
Where's Kamala? Oh, California.
I wasn't very politically
And
savvy
Canada.
because I did not know it when I decided to run for Congress that there had been one other Democrat elected in that too. But my neighbors believed, and they graced me with an opportunity to serve them in the United States Congress for 12 years. And I'm proud of the work I did as ranking member on the Veterans Affairs Committee, working on the Agriculture Committee.
All right, attack Trump.
And I worked hand in hand with Republicans to make sure that we were crafting legislation that improved the lives of veterans and people all across this country. I learned how to compromise without compromising my values. And as governor of the great state of Minnesota, I brought all of those experiences to the challenges facing the state of Minnesota. This idea about a common good, this idea about something bigger than ourselves, this idea of kindness, generosity, and compassion, that this building, which I have been told, by the way, might be the largest political gathering in the history of Arizona.
Wow. Oh, Trump's going to hate that so much.
I think it's safe to say Donald Trump sees the world a little differently than we do. First and foremost, and be very clear about this, he doesn't know the first thing about service. It's hard to provide service when you're too busy serving only yourself. Again and again and again, Donald Trump weakens our country to strengthen his own hands. You've watched him mock our laws. You watched him sow chaos and division at every opportunity. And that's to say nothing of his record as president. As governors, he froze during COVID and pitted us in a hunger game against our neighbors to try and find basic life-saving needs. And because of him, our neighbors died. By failing to address COVID, he drove the economy into the ground. And let's be very clear. The statistics and the facts are clear about this. Violent crime was up under Donald Trump. And we don't even have to count his crimes in that to make it up. So,
this is the first time you're hearing it.
I haven't heard that line. That's awesome. Oh, that's so good. Wow.
Look.
He's so good at
Those.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Better yet, beat the hell
awesome.
out of him at the ballot box. Beat the hell out of him.
Yeah, beat the hell out of him. I want to go vote now.
Look, you and I, especially the gray hairs in the crowd, we know our relatives. Republicans used to be the people talking about freedom. Not this group. When they talk about freedom, it means that the government should be.
Oh, I skipped it to made it live.
In Minnesota, we respect our neighbors and the personal choices they make. We maybe wouldn't make the same choices, but we respect them. And I know in Minnesota and in Arizona and places across this country, you know what makes society work best? Is when you learn a golden rule. Mind your own damn business.
That's right.
That's such a great way to talk about trans issues, dude.
Yeah.
And like medical decisions that are deeply personal.
Yeah, mind your own business.
Like get your government hands off
I don't need
my
you telling
body.
me what books to read. I don't need you telling me about what religion we worship. And I sure the heck don't need you to tell me about my family.
Thank you. Fuck yeah.
It's a phenomenal way.
This one's personal for me.
It is the HasanAbi method. For the record, this is how I try to neutralize these transphobic arguments all the time.
My wife of 30 years, because yes, we share family values. We just make our own damn choices about our family.
Do you think they address Gaza in Arizona? Fuck no.
But when we wanted to have children, we went through years of fertility treatment. And I remember it was like it was yesterday, just waiting for good news. And then the phone would ring and you would be tensed up. And then you would hear that the treatments had failed. It would blot out the sun that you just wanted something so beautiful and so simple to have a child. And then one day, and it wasn't by chance, when that news came and we welcomed our daughter into the world, we named her Hope. We named her Hope.
This guy's story is incredible.
Yeah, no, he's got it. He's got it all.
Like, imagine he had no aspirations for any of this, and he's so sweet. And now imagine this guy is now vice president of the United States.
Crying, so
that's crazy.
When Vice President Harris and I talk about freedom, we're very clear. We mean the freedom to make your own healthcare decisions. And for all of our children to be free to go to school without worrying they'll be shot dead in their classroom. And in Minnesota, believe me, we believe in the Second Amendment, but we also believe in common sense gun violence laws.
Mm-hmm.
I remind my colleagues when I was in Congress, Ruben could tell this story. For 3 years in a row, I was the top gun in the congressional trap shoot, so we can shoot better than them too, just by the way. When Vice President Harris
he moved that around in his speech, his earlier one, which is good.
The middle class, not crippling student loan debt.
Mm-hmm.
And this building and what we believe in, we are people that settle our political differences not through violence, but through voting.
You a better shot than Cheney? He's demonstrably a better shot. He's shot no one in the face as far as we know.
What the fuck? With a shotgun.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm gonna nut again. Tim Walz's net worth is less than the average American.
That's crazy.
It's so sick. He doesn't own any stocks, bro.
I know.
It's so cool.
I know.
And was like anti.
Let's just go ahead and not go through this thing that it's so close. Let's just win big, people. Let's just win big.
He was the best. He was the best shot in Congress when he was in Congress.
That's our choice. How often you get a choice so simple that this is going to decide the direction of our country? We have 87 days to decide the direction we're going to go. And I've been saying,
why is it so cool that he's not rich?
For 87 days.
A politician? Did you,
and my mantra is
work it backwards, chatter. Think about that.
Days. We'll sleep when we're dead. We'll sleep when we're dead. Not now. Not now. Look, you know it, and I know it, but I think we need to be reminded. You know exactly what Donald Trump's plans are. You know which direction he's taking us. Don't believe this guy. Don't believe. That's like, listen, no one in here believes this guy. So anyway, but don't believe it when he's playing dumb about this Project 2025.
Oh.
He knows exactly what it'll do. They wrote their plan out. But just like they're getting arrogant about it, they're saying the quiet stuff out loud. It'll take our freedoms. It'll rig the economy for the super rich. It'll underfund veterans. And you know that if he goes back again, he's not only going to let go where he left off, it is going to be much, much, much worse.
Also, he's like, look, it's a new speech for him.
Costs, pulling health care from us.
He freestyles. He doesn't teleprompt it.
I know I'm preaching to the choir.
Harris needs to mix it up a little bit, I think. I saw her speak to the union, the auto union, and I thought she was much more effective in a smaller venue.
But practice is over, people. The choir needs to sing. The choir needs to sing. Trump's not fighting for your family. He doesn't give a damn. And his running mate shares the same dangerous, twisted, backward agenda.
Oh, yeah. Couch.
Yeah.
Make the couch joke.
Every kid in my class of 25 studied at Yale, had their career funded by Silicon Valley billionaires, and then writes a book trashing the very people who raised you.
I love that. No liberal has ever hit that line before him.
It wasn't a name.
I really love that. Liberals love Hillbilly Elegy.
Come up with the
Did you watch it?
Ideas that you will ever imagine.
Yeah.
You know it's true.
He actually has the right take on Hillbilly Elegy, unlike most liberals.
We know the stakes. We know who they are. When they told us, we believed them. We know what's coming. But here's the big thing about it is, that's a reality that's not going to happen because the people in this building and millions across the country. This is a campaign about the future. We know what's there. We know it can come. We're not people who are afraid of the future. We shape the future.
I think Trump's afraid to do a rally because he knows it won't be this hype.
Kamala Harris believes in the freedom to make your own choices. She believes in the opportunity for every single person to enter the middle class. And she believes something so beautiful. She believes in the promise of America. The promise of America.
Is his Montana rally like campaign fundraising or anything?
Thank you, Madam Vice President, for the trust you placed in me.
Like, what's the benefit there?
I want to say something else, that this incredible leader, this incredible woman has brought to this fight. She has brought back compassion and decency and humor and joy to our politics.
He's a really good marketer, natural.
So
like
Arizona,
even the joy thing.
Arizona, bring that joy with you. Bring those smiles.
The joy thing is a new line from Walz as well. and it directly is about Kamala Harris laughing all the time. It's another way to like try to effectively neutralize. Teleprompter. Okay, Austin, you're clapping in my ear, bro.
I just wanted to stand for the next president of the United States. She almost tripped.
He uses the joy thing as a way to like cleverly neutralize the whole like Kamala is goofy for laughing all the time. By the way, you said how is he so energetic as a senior, bro?
He's 16.
They're the same age. They're the same age, bro. The value of him as a co-campaigner and direct opener for Kamala far outweighs whatever detriments he brings from Oppo research, which is bad faith anyways. No, his Oppo is marginal. It's like nothing.
There she is.
He has something that's very important.
Good evening.
He has something that's very important. He looks genuine and he has charisma. And when you're genuine and have charisma, people won't believe all the Oppo, even if it's real. With Donald Trump, people saw him as a real guy. He was honestly dishonest, which was very refreshing for a lot of people who also shared a similar frustration with the way things were going. Trump was able to capitalize on that anger and resentment and redirect it to enemies that he had personally. So for that reason, a lot of people don't believe all the awful shit about Donald Trump because they found him to be charismatic. Obama is the same situation. Obama's very charismatic. He came across as authentic. And that's why whenever I tell Austin about shit Obama did, he doesn't believe me. And he's like, I don't care. I still like him.
I still don't believe
Tim Walz has that capacity as well. So a lot of that Oppo won't stick on him regardless.
Oh, yes, Madam President.
We're gonna do this.
Good evening.
Thank you all. Thank you. Can we hear it for Tim Walz?
She's so pretty.
Oh my goodness. Oh, it's good to be back in Arizona. Good evening, everyone.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Thank you all so very much. Oh, it is good to be back. Let me just say, let me just start by thanking everyone who is here. Thank you all so very much. All of you. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. We are going to do this.
Yeah, ain't nobody happy to be back in Arizona. I agree. You know she's a liar.
Here, including Congressman Greg Stanton.
I don't think protesters will hit this one. It's Arizona. The crowd is too big to control, but I don't think there's like a big enough momentum or mobilization for pro-Palestine protests in Arizona.
And my dear friend, United States Senator Mark Kelly. And let me just say, as Arizona knows, Mark is an extraordinary leader who has dedicated his life to the service of our nation as a fighter pilot, as an astronaut, and as a member of the United States Congress. And he has given so much to our country. He always fights for the people of Arizona. And I am so grateful,
except for the
Mark,
PRO Act,
for your friendship and your leadership.
So, why do you hate Mark Kelly? I already told you. Pretty conservative on the border, good on gun issues, obviously, especially because of his wife. Cool backstory, anti-union. I'm done. I'm out.
They're also
come on, bro. You got Walz.
With us today.
Remember.
Mayor Kate Gallego, Mayor Corey Woods.
He was also clapping like a seal for Benjamin Netanyahu, which is another issue, but.
Arizona co-chair of Republicans for Harris, Mayor John Giles. So today, I also bring greetings from our incredible President, Joe Biden.
No. Just don't talk about him. We don't need to.
I
don't think, I know, but it's just like, look, thank you, Joe. We don't need to.
I agree with you, though.
But
I have said this.
There's nothing to gain by this. There's not like a coalition of voters that are like, mention Joe or we won't vote for you.
And I know
we're sad he's not running.
Grateful for his lifetime of service to our nation.
You know?
And we thank Joe Biden each and every day.
Most of us didn't want him to keep running.
And all he has done and all he has yet to do. Let us thank him always.
Don't talk about him. And why is he doing interviews? Just don't do anything. Just sit behind, just hide.
Arizona, this has been a big week.
Because Republicans would be wasting their time to go after Joe Biden. He's not running.
Became the Democratic
Just
nominee
hide.
for President of the United States.
I hope he doesn't speak at the convention. Surely he won't, right?
I don't know.
Surely he won't speak at the convention.
I mean, he can't. He might.
Oh, God.
My running mate
It's
in this
fine, bro.
campaign, Governor Tim Walz. And as you all just heard, Tim has a great record as governor of the great state of Minnesota. And to those who know him best, Tim goes by a few more titles besides governor. To his wife,
Is that cutie?
Gwen.
No. Oh, she's doing the same dull speech though. Like, it's not gonna hit the same if Walz is switching it up every time. You know what I'm saying?
So, thank you. So, Tim.
I know it's a
Tim,
stump
we know
speech,
him
bro.
We know him by governor, but you'll soon get to know
Wait, those
his
are protesters.
wife, Gwen, to whom, you know what? Hold on a second. Hold on, everybody. Hold on.
This is big.
Hold on.
She's got a
Here's the thing. We are all in here together. I'm told an extraordinary number of folks who are here together because we love our country. We're here to fight for our democracy. Which includes respecting the voices that I think that we are hearing from. And let me just say this on topic of what I think I'm hearing over there. Let me just speak to that for a moment, and then I'm going to get back to the business at hand.
It's gonna be Israel Palestine. Yeah. Okay.
So far, so good.
So let me say, I have been clear. Now is the time to get a ceasefire deal and get the hostage deal done.
Weapons transfers.
Now is the time.
Benjamin Netanyahu's not collaborating.
And I are working around the clock every day to get that ceasefire deal done and bring the hostages home.
Okay, that's good.
So I respect your voices, but we are here to now talk about this race in 2024.
This is the race in 2024. It's not just it's better response than last time. It's better response than last time. It's not going to be enough. People are going to get annoyed.
So, Tim Walz, so let's just say this. Besides being
I think she did a much
governor,
better job,
the thing
though.
I've come to learn
Yeah,
about
of course.
Tim
She didn't
Walz,
say, I'm
you have
speaking,
known
shut the
and
fuck up. You want
learned
Trump to
more.
win.
He's an extraordinary person.
She's
He's
still,
known by many titles.
yeah,
to his wife,
it's
Gwen,
still bad.
his
People are
husband,
still going to protest her.
to his kids, Hope and
She
Gus,
went halfway. Hey,
his
next
dad,
time there's an even bigger crowd. She'll
to the
go full
people
way,
of
maybe.
Southern
Who knows?
Minnesota for 12 years.
Pressure's
he
good.
was congressman. To his former high school students.
You mean not
he
enough
was
for
Mr.
you?
Walz.
Yeah, it's not just for me, big dog. You think
And
Kamala
to
Harris
his
is responding to
former high
me?
school football players, he
Twitch
was
streamer?
coach.
But she had that prepared, though.
And in 88 days, the nation will know Coach Walz by a new title. Vice President of the United States.
Stop sending protesters to rallies. So listen, guys.
So it's so good to be back in Arizona, and I thank you all for turning out today. This is an extraordinary.
Literally, why she said that POTUS tweeted this?
And Arizona, I'll also say this, as exciting as this is, we cannot lose sight of.
Bro, I didn't even pull this out. They said yes to a $6.5 billion, I believe, weapons transfer.
Great numbers, but we got a lot of work to do.
Like, normie liberals will go,
And
oh, this is great. What else do you want?
This is going to be hard work, but I know we like hard work. Hard work is good work for all of us.
Or $3.5
Hard work
billion.
is good work. And we will do it with joy. And I know we are all clear about what we are up against. As many of you know, before I was elected vice president,
Sorry,
I
it's
was an elected United
6.5
States
thousand
senator.
munitions to Israel.
Before that,
This
I
is
was
from
an
today,
elected
chat.
attorney general, and before that, an elected district attorney. And before that, I was a courtroom prosecutor. So I took on
No, the number is
in these
3.5 billion.
roles,
Shut up.
perpetrators of all kinds.
I got the number wrong.
Do you think
It's this and this.
Predators who abused women. Fraudsters who ripped off consumers. Scammers who broke the rules.
She
for
could easily
personal
mix this
gain.
up by talking about Trump and what he did.
So
specifically.
Arizona,
Hear this when I say.
hear me when I say,
I know Donald Trump's type.
I know Donald Trump's type.
It's not getting as much of a.
I do. In fact, I've been dealing with people like him my entire career.
I don't get to just criticize
For
Netanyahu or
example,
Israel's
as
actions and
Attorney
anything. That
General of
attitude would be better than, oh, I hear you and I'm
took
trying to get a
on one of
ceasefire.
our
Yeah.
country's largest for-profit colleges that scammed students. Well, Donald Trump ran a for-profit college that scammed students. As a prosecutor, I specialized in cases of sexual abuse. Well, Donald Trump was found liable for
An
committing
American citizen was
sexual
reportedly
abuse.
shot by the Israeli military today while dispersing from a weekly demonstration against an illegal settlement
As
in
Attorney
Beta.
General, I held
The
Wall
IDF also
Street
blocked his
banks
ambulance from
accountable for
transporting him to a
fraud.
hospital.
Well, Donald Trump was just found guilty of fraud, 34 counts. So all of this, yeah, the courts will deal with that. We're going to win in November. We're going to win in November. We'll handle that too. So, but all of this is to say, in this campaign, I will proudly put my record against his every day of the week. Every day of the week. But make no mistake, that being said, our campaign is not just about us versus Donald Trump. It is about, and I love you, Bob.
That happens every time at this point in the speech.
Our campaign is about two different visions for our nation. One, ours, focused on the future. The other, focused on the past. And Arizona, we fight for the future. A future with affordable health care, affordable child care, and paid leave. A future where we build a broad-based economy where every American has an opportunity to own a home, to start a business, to build wealth. Here with us today, I know we have a number of Native leaders. And as president, I will tell you, I will always honor tribal sovereignty and respect tribal self-determination. And fight for a future where every Native person can realize their aspirations and every Native community is a place of opportunity. We believe in a future where we lower the cost of living for America's families. so that they have the chance not just to get by, but to get ahead. Because look, while our economy is doing well by many measures, prices for everyday things like groceries are still too high. You know it and I know it. When I was Attorney General, I went after price-fixing schemes. And when I am president, I will continue that work to bring down prices. I will take on big corporations that engage in illegal price gouging. I will take on corporate landlords that unfairly raise rents on working families. I will take on big pharma and cap the cost of prescription drugs for all Americans. And all of this is to say, unlike Donald Trump, I will always put the middle class and working families first.
This is huge.
Because you see, Coach Walz and I know the middle class built the United States of America. And when the middle class is strong, America is strong.
Beauty here.
And while we work to move our nation forward, look, Donald Trump, be very clear, intends to move us backward. Just look, and we're not going back. We're not going back. We're not going back. We're not going back.
Oh, she's here.
She is? Oh.
But just look
Okay,
at his,
guys, I gotta go.
About it. Look at his Project 2025 agenda.
I love you all. I have to shoot the podcast, okay? I have to shoot the podcast, so I gotta go.
I can't believe they put that thing in writing.
But I'm glad that we saw the Palestine part of the equation.
But when you look at it, when you read it, you
none
will
of this
see
affects you or your rich friends. Y'all are quiet because none of this affects you. Man, shut your bitch ass up, dude. I'm a fucking advocate for the working class when I was broke and also when I'm fucking wealthy. Suck my fucking dick, dumbass. None of this affects you. We're not doing basketball tonight because I'm doing the pod tonight, and also because basketball was canceled because they're doing another event at the venue. Anyway, I'll talk more about this tomorrow. I love you all. I'll see you tomorrow. We got a lot to cover. I didn't even get to half the shit that I wanted to cover today, but I'm going to shoot the Fear and podcast right now. So I'll see you. It's going to be the first episode back with the full cast in quite some time. Austin is here. Cutie.